Thank you for joining us on the newsroom. I am Simisola Ajigun, and these are the stories trending. Former terrorist negotiator Tukur Mamo has been arraigned before Justice Inyangeko on a 10-count charge bordering on terrorism and financing, especially on the recent Abuja-Kaduna train attack. Mamo has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Justice Ike Maha of a sister court had on September 13, 2022, given the Department of State Services the go-ahead to detain the former terrorist negotiator. Mamo was arrested on September 6, 2022 on his way to Saudi Arabia for Lesser Hajj and was detained at Cairo International Airport before repatriated back to Nigeria. As the race for Senate presidency begins, the chief whip of the Senate, Orji Kalu, has declared it is his turn to occupy the position in the 10th National Assembly. Kalu, who won re-election to represent Abia North in the Red Chamber, disclosed this to newsmen at the National Assembly on Tuesday, saying that it was his turn to become Senate president, being a ranking lawmaker and from the southeast. Other ranking senators eyeing the position are Sani Musa of Niger State, Godswill Akpabio of Akwa Ibom, Barao Jibrin of Kano, and Dave Omahi of Ebonyi State. The All Progressives Congress governorship candidate in Bauchi State, Sadiq Abubakar, has rejected the governorship election results held in the state on Saturday. According to Abubakar, the election was marred with rigging. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had on Monday announced incumbent Governor Bala Mohammed of the People's Democratic Party winner of the election after getting 525,280 votes against Abubakar, who polled 433,272 votes. U.S. President Joe Biden has signed legislation ordering the declassification of information related to the origins of COVID-19. The Republican-sponsored bill, which sailed through the House and Senate without opposition, requires the Director of National Intelligence to release the information within 90 days. The legislation applies only to material related to the Wuhan Institute of Virology as a potential source of COVID-19. In business, the value of electronic utility payments fell by 44.86% in February, despite the Central Bank of Nigeria's Naira redesign policy aimed at growing cashless transactions. According to data from the Nigeria Interbank Settlement System, in February, the value of utility bills payment fell to 90.93 billion naira from 164.89 billion naira in January. The difference signifies a two-year low for e-bill payment. The United States has readied itself ahead of the possible historic indictment of Donald Trump over a hush money case, with the former president calling for mass demonstrations if he is charged. Senior Democrats have warned that Trump's calls could trigger a repeat of the violence that his supporters unleashed on the U.S. Capitol on January 2021. Trump would become the first former or sitting president to ever be charged with a crime if an indictment is filed. In sports, Crystal Palace have reappointed former England boss Roy Hodgson as their manager until the end of the season, with a mission to save the Premier League strugglers from relegation. Hodgson, who was in charge at Selhurst Park between 2017 and 2021, takes over with Palace lying 12th in the Premier League, 3 points above the relegation zone after a 12-match winless run. The 75-year-old, who replaces the sacked Patrick Vieira, said the sole objective was to ensure survival in the English top flight. Well, that's the latest on the newsroom. Join us next time for more stories. Many thanks for watching.